Hello, this is Lee Sheward. I'm a film and television stuntman and stunt coordinator based in the UK, and you're watching the Carbonite Jedi.
Count Dooku is often remembered as a villain, a Sith Lord, a traitor, a man who betrayed the Jedi Order and plunged the galaxy into war. But that surface-level interpretation misses the truth, because Count Dooku didn't suddenly turn evil. He didn't wake up one day and decide to become a Sith. He didn't fall because he was weak. Dooku fell because he saw flaws in the Jedi Order before anyone else did. And worse than that, he tried to fix them. Dooku's story is not one of corruption. It's a story of disillusionment, manipulation, and betrayal. And in the end, the very system he tried to escape used him, discarded him, and erased him without honor. This is a tragic story of how Count Dooku went wrong, and how the Jedi Order helped create one of its greatest enemies. Before he was Darth Tyrannus, before the Red Blade, before the politics and war, Count Dooku was one of the greatest Jedi the Order had ever known. He wasn't just powerful, he was refined, elegant, disciplined, a master duelist, and one of the most brilliant Force philosophers of his era. Dooku believed deeply in what the Jedi claimed to stand for: justice, balance, protecting the innocent. He took the Jedi Code seriously, not as a rule book, but as a moral responsibility. And unlike many Jedi of the Republic era, Dooku wasn't blind to the galaxy outside the temple walls. He listened, he observed, he questioned, which, ironically, is what the Jedi were supposed to do. But questioning the Order quietly became Dooku's greatest sin. Dooku began to notice something disturbing. The Jedi were no longer servants of the Force. They were servants of the state. Mission after mission, Dooku saw Jedi sent not to protect life, but to protect political interests. Corrupt senators, greedy corporations, trade disputes enforced by lightsabers. The Jedi Order had become an arm of bureaucracy. And when Dooku raised concerns, he was dismissed, told to trust the Council, told that peace required compromise, told that the Republic was flawed but necessary. But Dooku wasn't satisfied with excuses. He watched worlds suffer while Jedi debated procedure. He saw slavery continue on the Outer Rim planets the Jedi refused to intervene in. He saw the Order grow comfortable, stagnant, and arrogant. Worst of all, he realized the Jedi were afraid to change. Qui-Gon Jinn was Dooku's greatest success and also his greatest heartbreak. Qui-Gon believed in the living Force. He questioned the Council. He trusted instinct over dogma. Everything Dooku believed the Jedi should be. Dooku saw Qui-Gon as proof that the Order could still be saved, but the Council didn't see it that way. They saw Qui-Gon as reckless, defiant, unorthodox. And when Qui-Gon died on Naboo, Dooku didn't just lose a student, he lost faith. Qui-Gon died serving the Council that never trusted him, never listened to him, never supported him. And to Dooku, that death symbolized something much worse. The Jedi Order did not deserve its best members. Dooku didn't fall to the dark side when he left the Jedi. He left because he believed staying would make him complicit. So he did something almost unheard of. He walked away. No dramatic battle, no purge, no betrayal, just resignation. But the Jedi didn't ask why. They didn't reflect. They didn't self-examine. They simply labeled him as a failure and moved on. And that was the moment Dooku truly became lost. Because when the Jedi abandoned him emotionally, someone else was waiting. Darth Sidious didn't corrupt Dooku. He validated him. Palpatine listened, agreed, fed Dooku's frustrations back to him like a mirror. Yes, the Republic is broken. Yes, the Jedi are hypocrites. Yes, the galaxy needs order. And unlike the Jedi, Palpatine offered Dooku agency. a chance to do something. But here's the tragedy. Dooku believed he was using the Sith. He believed he could control the darkness without being consumed, that he could reshape the galaxy and then discard Sidious. He thought himself too wise to fall, and that arrogance, born from disappointment, not hunger, sealed his fate. Dooku was never truly a Sith. He didn't crave chaos. He didn't revel in cruelty. He didn't seek domination for its own sake. He wanted order, structure, peace, even if it had to be enforced. But the Sith don't share power, and Sidious never intended Dooku to rule. From the very beginning, Dooku was a placeholder, a weapon, a public villain, a stepping stone for Anakin Skywalker. And deep down, Dooku knew it. That's why he trained Ventress, why he searched for replacements, why he never fully embraced Sith ideology. He was trying to survive a game he didn't realize was already over. Dooku's final moments say everything. Disarmed, kneeling, looking to his master for mercy. And what does Sidious do? He smiles. The same man who promised order, the same man who spoke of reform, the same man who called him apprentice, orders his execution. Dooku doesn't die fighting. He doesn't die defiant. He dies realizing the truth too late. That he was never meant to win, never meant to rule, never meant to matter beyond his usefulness. And the Jedi? They never mourn him. Count Dooku was not a monster created by the dark side. He was created by institutional failure. A Jedi Order that refused to evolve, a republic that refused to change, and a Sith Lord who exploited both. Dooku didn't leave the Jedi because he was weak. He left because he cared too much. And that is what makes his story tragic. Because in a different era, under a wiser council, with a Jedi Order willing to listen, Count Dooku might have saved the galaxy. Instead, he was used, discarded, and forgotten. And the Jedi never learned the lesson he died trying to teach them. If you haven't seen my last video, you should really check it out. It's really good. It talks about why Rey was never a Jedi. And remember, the Force will be with you always.